What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Buzz in the Box. It's great to be with you here, having a catch on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Mauro Bazzario. We have a great, nice show for you here today. Sit back, relax, grab those peanuts, Cracker Jacks, white cheddar popcorn, your water, lemonade, whiskey, soda, whatever. A few things to talk about today. Some big storylines and scores from last night. What's going on with our early games and the rest of the games today. Stay tuned to our TikTok today and our YouTube shorts for our buzzball calls later tonight. A little bit of a short list of games on the ledger today, and we're going to get into some big stuff and why it actually matters. We're going to find out who our certified dog is later and who got boxed out. Don't you worry. We started our episode yesterday talking about James Wood going off recently and how he hit that inside the park grand slam against the Mets in DC. Well, guess what? We have two more of those for you. We now have 3 inside the park home runs in the last 2 days. Check out, let us know the last time that happened. We started our episode yesterday with one. We might as well do it again today. We saw James Wood do it. Today, last night, we have another one for you. Last night, it was David Hamilton of the Brewers, helped out by a huge error by Pete Crow Armstrong. That's 2 of the last 2 days for him. More on that in a little bit. Also, Kyle Harrison was unbelievable in that game. He struck out in another game. Kyle Harrison struck out 11 with just 2 hits allowed and 7 powerful innings, as they pretty much beat the brakes and swept the Cubs, did the Brewers, who the Cubs have now lost 5 in a row after dropping the Crosstown Classic to the White Sox. So it was a tough weekend for the Cubs, and it's not a much better week as of yet for the Cubbies. David Hamilton, inside the park home run for the Brewers. Kyle Harrison, huge game. With 7 powerful innings as those Brewers finish off the Cubs. So big notes for the Brewers there. Huge error again by Pete Crow Armstrong. Kyle Harrison is looking like an ace. Want to clear that up. Make no mistake about Kyle Harrison striking out 11. Man, another matchup was the best. A matchup of the best young arms in the game right now. It was Trey Yesavage for the Blue Jays, who was out to outduel Yankees young starting star Cam Schlittler. They had a real Yu-Gi-Oh battle. It was nuts. The Blue Jays, they summoned that Blue Eyes White Dragon though. They were both able to stay focused, were both pitchers and ready after even a 2-hour rain delay. Glad we didn't have one today. 6 shutout innings for Yesavage, just 2 hits, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. He was dealing. That's an understatement. A dominating start against division rival Yankees and Aaron Judge. He struck out Aaron Judge 3 times. Not many people are going to get away with that. Rough night for Judge, Jury, and Executioner as he earned himself the golden sombrero with 4 strikeouts. Yikes. Man, maybe Judge can be forgiven for that. A rough night. Not something you see every day from him. Cam Schlittler also went 6 innings, 7 strikeouts for him. Man, what a pitcher's duel. And that duel got 2 earned runs on. He did have the 8 hits. That's ugly on the ledger, and 2 walks. But that was all Toronto needed against Cam Schlittler. That's all they needed to work with as they held on to win 2-1. Can't go this long into the show. Got to bring this up now. Shohei Ohtani, show me what you got. An absolute freak of nature right now. What else do you need to know? He hits a home run on the first pitch of the game. First pitch crushing. Love that clip. It was Shohei Ohtani. Wow, his 27th career walk-off leadoff home run for Ohtani. That's nuts. I'm not sure. I think Alfonso Soriano had the career lead for leadoff home runs. Not sure how much he had. If you know that off the top of your head, let us know in the comments right now. We'd really appreciate that. Leading off the game, first pitch with the home run. That was 398 feet to the center field. He got all of that one with an exit velocity of 97.5 miles per hour. That was an absolute missile. Great day for Shohei Ohtani and Teoscar Hernandez, who also went yard as the Dodgers cruised in a lowrider to a 4-0 win to take the series against the Padres. The Kansas City Royals got swept by the Boston Red Sox thanks to a 2-run homer by Jarren Duran in the 7th inning. The Red Sox would rally after that to a 4-3 victory. Boston Red Sox sweeping the Kansas City Royals thanks to that home run by Jarren Duran. It was a good day also for Wilson Contreras as he collected 3 hits. I think he earned a triple in that as well. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, yeah. It was only his second triple in the last 4 years, so big day for Wilson Contreras. Our oldest Chapman got his 12th save of the year in that game. He is now 26 for 26 consecutive saves. Our oldest Chapman turning back the clock. You love to see it from him. And a few of these other guys that were doing it also. Next segment now, we are going to find out who got boxed out. Boom. Who just got absolutely destroyed. This has been happening a lot, and we have a little bit of a revenge game here, actually, because if you remember, one of these teams was on the flip side. They got boxed out on our show just a few days ago. So now, they're turning the tables down in Miami. Guess what? It was the Atlanta Braves crushing the Miami Marlins. We want to acknowledge a great pitching performance also as Chris Sale earned the win. Just 1 earned run in 7 innings. 8 strikeouts. Man, we had quite a few nice starting pitcher matchups last night. It was a good night for pitching. Always love to see that as well to go with the offense. Not quite the same for Marlins starter Jansen Junk. Unfortunate pitching name there. He surrendered 8 runs in just 5 innings of work. That is rough. Haven't been seeing the best outings from Jansen Junk. Wonder how much longer he's going to last in that rotation. That's unfortunate, but, keep it positive, keep it professional. These are human beings at the end of the day. Don't want to see anybody fail. It was Chris Sale and the Atlanta Braves getting revenge on the Miami Marlins. Remember, it was the Marlins who boxed out the Braves. We called that here on our segment a couple days ago. Atlanta turning the tables as they looked to take the last 3 games of that 4-game set in Miami. Austin Riley hit a 3-run home run in the 2nd inning. That's his 2nd home run of the week. He's heating up. Braves then put up 5 runs in the 6th. Dom Smith also hit a 3-run home run. Remember him? Get this. Dominic Smith hit a triple in the 9th, but a fielding error by Esteury Ruiz essentially turned that into an inside-the-park home run. So Hamilton, Wood, and Dom Smith all with 3 inside-the-park home runs the last 2 days. Things are getting wild and wacky. Wow. We had a wild Wednesday, too. Trust me. Moving on now, that triple in that 9th caused by the Esteury throwing error turned that into an inside-the-park home run. 3 in 2 days. How often does that happen? One thing we do know for sure, it was the Braves 9, the Marlins 1. Miami Marlins, you got boxed out. There it is. That's over and done with. Cleveland Guardians, moving on, looking to finish off a 4-game sweep of division rivals Detroit Tigers. That would be really something. They beat Detroit 3-2 in extras last night. I think it was in 10 innings, thanks to, oh baby, a triple. Oh yeah, an RBI triple by Angel Martinez and an RBI double by, guess who? Jose Ramirez. And another great start by Tanner Bybee. He's looked really solid 2 of the last 3 times out. Let's see if he can keep that going and get some more strikeouts for Tanner Bybee. Tigers have lost 5 in a row and 13 of the last 15. They're kind of looking more like kitty cats right now, are the Tigers. We need to see them do a little bit better. They did get some good news as their ace, Tarek Skubal, is already throwing some bullpen sessions. That's a great sign for the Tigers as they've had a rough go of things. It was 3-2 Guardians over the Tigers. They are looking for the sweep of the Tigers coming early today. More on that in a little bit. Going to move on now and hit our next segment. It's time for the Buzz Line. Buzz Line's pulling in. Let's go. Let's hit that hard and fast. We're going to hit you with some league leaders and some big offensive categories and some early interesting races for the year. Then we're going to get into 4 prospects to keep an eye on for our dynasty leagues that you need to get. And if you have them, you're not trading by any means, not just right now. We're going to hit you with the league leaders right now. Who's leading the majors in batting average? Let's get right to it. It's Auto Body Shop, Otto Lopez for the Marlins shortstop. If you took him in your non-keeper draft last year, or especially the year before, a little above his ADP, hats off to you. You crush it. You're reaping the benefits right now. He's hitting Otto Lopez for the Marlins, a whopping 349 batting average right now. It's definitely worth to take a chance on him. He's also slugging 500, so it's not just the contact. With 13 doubles, I'll definitely take that from Otto Lopez. Second in the league in batting right now is Riley Green, outfielder for the Tigers, of course, hitting an impressive 333. Wow, that's in about 50 games, just shy of 50 games. Still hitting 333. That's beyond impressive. His on base is at 430. That's a whopping number right now. Just the 4 home runs for Riley Green so far, but he's more than making up for that with his contact. Not too worried about it. The one thing I would keep an eye on for him is the 56 strikeouts in 50 games for Green. So let's see if he can fix that up a little bit. Nothing too glaring on the Baseball Savant page for him. He needs to fix the strikeouts a little bit, but it's been a great season for Riley Green so far, batting 333. Next up, we have a guy that's been doing nothing but hit since last year. Probably maybe a few people let him go in a trade or didn't pick him up because, nobody really saw this coming. But since last year, he's been doing nothing but smacking baseballs. It's Edelmiro Vargas for the Diamondbacks. Edelmiro Vargas is playing a bunch of positions for them down in Arizona. He's batting 331. He's slugging 530 right now. So higher slugging percentage than some of the last 2 guys we mentioned with the higher batting average. 7 home runs for him is nuts. I don't think he's overperforming. I think he's just found his swing, and some guys are late bloomers, and that's going to happen. And I think he's found his stride in his swing, and people have tried adjusting for him, and he's still hitting for power, and he's still hitting for average for the Diamondbacks. They got a pretty good squad over there this year with, like we said, people turning back the clock. Nolan Arenado ain't doing too bad for them either. So you got Otto Lopez, Riley Green, and Edelmiro Vargas, your top 3 batting average leaders for the major leagues right now. Let's get into the next category. We are going to talk about the taters, the big flies, the home runs, or as we call them, the buzz balls. We're going to call some of those on our YouTube shorts later today and on our TikTok, so stay tuned today for that on this early Thursday. Great to be with you here at Buzz in the Box. Let's keep it moving. Kyle Schwarber leading the league with 20. That's right, 20 home runs, even though he's missed the last 3 games with an illness. Kyle Schwarber is out of his mind right now. Let's see when he can get back. Missed the last 3 games with an illness. Still leading the majors in home runs with 20 is Schwarby. Let's see when he comes back. Next, second best power hitter in the league right now. One of the better stories of anybody all season so far. Munetaka Murakami, first baseman for these White Sox. We hit some buzz balls from him earlier this year, so we hope to do that again and piggyback off of his success, making us look good. Thank you, Munetaka. Appreciate that. 17 home runs for the Murakami Tsunami. 69 strikeouts already. But you know what? We've been keeping an eye on that. He's up there to crush the ball. He's definitely not gun shy. He knows what he wants to do. That will be something to keep an eye on. But the 934 OPS is very supportive and very promising. That's very comforting. He's been everything they've hoped for in the south side of Chicago. They have a very strong young nucleus of players, I think, also that could be in the lineup in the next 2 years. They already have guys like Brooks Baldwin, Chase Mydroth, I'm a fan of. He could be an on-base machine. And Sam Antonacci already there for the White Sox. Antonacci, look for him to pick it up a little bit in the future. And down in the minors, they have Colson Montgomery and Caleb Bonmer. Very exciting future for the White Sox, if I may say so, even with their rotation. Also, we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth one day soon, I'm sure. For the White Sox future, don't think anybody had that called 3 years ago. I like what I see from the young White Sox hitters that are about to be coming up. They could be interesting within the next 2 years from today. So getting on to the next one, Murakami number 2, Schwarber number 1. We're going to talk about our next guys here. We got 2 teammates tied here. It's Aaron Judge and Uncle Ben. Ben Rice tied at 16 home runs in the 3 spot, leading the majors. And Air Jordan and Double B, Byron Buxton, each tied with 15 home runs apiece. Nice tight home run race already. Matt Olson not too far back, creeping his way up the home run boards too. But those are our leaders in some big categories right now. And we're going to get into our next part of the buzz line. First guy coming off the bus there in AAA, crushing it, that we're really excited for right now is Cameron Cawley. Cameron Cawley is a shortstop in the Ranger system. He already is at 114 at-bats, and the Pacific Coast League so far is the 23-year-old. He's hitting .281 with 4 home runs. Pretty good sample size on that already. Like I mentioned, the 114 at-bats. He swiped 9 bags already. He went 4 for 5 in his last game with a triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Oh, yeah. He had a walk, a home run, and a stolen base. What else do you want from the kid? Really exciting talent is Cameron Cawley. I have my eyes on him, and you should too for your Dynasty leagues. Next up, we got Seaver King, awesome baseball name, 23-year-old shortstop for the not the White Sox. It was the Washington Nationals. Seaver King, 23-year-old shortstop, just got promoted recently to AAA on Monday, already making an impact. I think he's really breaking out now. It's just continuing. Only 7 at-bats in AAA, but a .571 average. That's really loud off the page to me. 2 hits, including a triple and a stolen base. That's just yesterday. Small sample size, I know, but I think Seaver King just keeps rolling. What an athlete. Moving on now here, we're going with Drew Kavanaugh, a catcher for the San Francisco Giants system. He's 22 years old, already in AAA this year, making an impact in the Pacific Coast League. He's got 2 home runs, which both came in his game last night. He went 3 for 5 with a double, so it looks like the power has already arrived and is already there for the 24-year-old Drew Kavanaugh. He's got a stolen base. He's a catcher, remember that. Already with the stolen base. 429 on base percentage. That's right, 429 on base for the kid too. So it looks like the power is there, the eyesight is there. Very good looking catcher for the Giants. I like him a lot. Last up here off the buzz line, we're going to round things out with a pitcher. It's Gage Jump for the Athletics, 23-year-old lefty in the A's system. He's carrying a 5.06 ERA right now, but that's not setting off my alarm bells. You know, he's down there. He's cutting his teeth. He's getting better. So let's hope he works on that. I think he is already. He's been more than good recently down there working on his mechanics. Last time out, he went 7 innings. You love to see that from a young AAA pitcher already being trusted to go 7 innings and not getting blown out, not not getting gassed, not blowing up. He's keeping his stamina. He's keeping himself composed out there. He's pacing himself. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Down there, 7 innings, just 4 hits, striking out 9 batters. Probably the most impressive AAA start we had in the recent weeks from Gage Jump here. So, the 5 ERA, that's scaring people a little bit, but I think now is a great and a perfect time to try and trade for Gage Jump, and there's also a chance that he is completely unrostered, and something to keep in mind for the first couple rounds of your rookie or first-year player draft in our Dynasty leagues. I think this could be huge. So 4 guys that we really like here at Buzz in the Box in AAA on our Buzz line here, a newer segment, Buzz line, that's going to focus on some fantasy stuff and some Dynasty names you can really go out and get that's going to help you even in deep leagues, which we focus on here. Guys to focus on that we like off the Buzz line, look out for Cameron Cawley, Seaver King, Drew Kavanaugh, Gage Jump. That was the Buzz line. And I think Gage Jump is one of the more exciting names there. I think Gage is going to be all the range as his value continues to jump up. Cameron Cawley, Seaver King, Drew Kavanaugh, Gage Jump off the Buzz line. Look out for them for your Dynasty leagues. We're always all about everything and all aspects here. We do what we can. We're working hard day and night. Let's keep it moving as it's time for our heat check, of course, starting with our Buzzkill, who's hot, who's not, starting with not. Today's Buzzkill has an on-base percentage of just .302 on the year. That is not abysmal, but it's not what we're looking for here when we're talking about these guys, especially when it's somebody we know can do better. Focusing on that, not just the on base, also that stands out. I think this matters even more. The ex-Woba at 308 is sitting healthily below league average right now. It has been a tough season for this left-hander. Former first-round pick, it's Pete Crow Armstrong of the Cubs. The outfielder is at an ice-cold 225 average on the year. I think he's close to his whiff rate is close to 40% right now. That is absolutely atrocious, swinging at over a third of pitches outstrike the strike zone. It's really tough to make a living that way. That really needs to improve, and fast. That's always kind of been a problem for him. It's going to be really hard for PCA to repeat another 30 home run season if he keeps chasing like that. Those numbers, along with the fact that he has one hit in the last 4 games, so he's not completely lost out there, but 6 strikeouts the last 3 games, 2 each in the last 3 games, striking out left and right. Those numbers, the 225 average, and then you throw in 2 errors the last 2 games. So the last 2 games, an error and 2 strikeouts for Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't need to see anything else. That tells me that Pete Crow Armstrong, today you are our Buzzkill. Sorry, brother. Unfortunately, we have to have one, and we all know one. Wishing much better luck to PCA the rest of the season. These are human beings at the end of the day trying to do their best. Keep it positive, keep it professional, we like to say. On the flip side now, it's time for our certified dog. Man, this is going to be a fun one, and this is probably going to be an obvious one. My hands are tied sometimes. On the flip side, time for our certified dog. This will be a surprise to absolutely no one. Have to do it. He's just showing off right now on the mound and at the dish. So you probably already know who it is. First pitch, crushing a home run, which we love, last night, which is pretty much becoming his signature move now, let's face it. Also throw in 5 excellent innings. It's Shohei Ohtani, the great one. He's officially from another dimension. An ERA under 1 pitching almost 50 innings, so this is not a fluke. 50 innings pitched this season. His ERA is below 1. This is Shohei Ohtani, the guy who also hit the first pitch of the game out of the park to center field. I just want you to remember, this is the same person, but I don't think this is a human being. I think a study has to be made because this guy is just playing out of his mind right now. 50 innings pitched with 54 Ks, so he's just doing everything right now. The greatest fantasy player in any sport history, regardless of if your league treats him as 1 or 2 players, because we know the leagues where he's a pitcher and a hitter are different. Doesn't matter. Give me either one of them. The Dodgers 2A player is also hitting 272 on the year. He has 11 doubles. The OPS is climbing up. It's almost at 900. It's going to be higher than that by the end of the week, I think. Currently on, this is small for him, a 7-game hitting streak. We mentioned the home run last night in the first pitch of the game. That along with multiple hits in 5 of the last 7 games, say less. We mentioned that. That's all we need to know to solidify. Shohei Ohtani, you are our certified dog. Shohei Ohtani, big fan. Keep doing it, man. That's nuts. P. Crow Armstrong, our Buzzkill, our certified dog, Shohei Ohtani. Get better at that eventually. On this Tuesday afternoon. Getting into our last licks now. Before we get out of here, we hit you with the boxed out and buzz line certified dog. We're getting to our last licks now. A lot of teams have the day off today. Much deserved, of course. We do have 2 afternoon games we're going to talk about a little bit. It's a short ledger today, like I mentioned to start the show earlier. The Mets and I did hit a foul ball on something on our video last night, mentioning that it was the rubber match of Mets Nationals. It is not. They are concluding that 4-game set today, like I mentioned earlier. Tigers trying to avoid the 4-game sweep to division rival Cleveland Guardians. 2 4-game series to keep an eye on. Those games are actually underway. We're going to hit you with the live score update on that, as we like to do, so you can stay in the know as much as possible. Cleveland looking to finish off that sweep for against the Tigers. The Tigers are struggling. It's going to be Joey Cantillo against Casey Mize on the hill. Kind of an underrated pitching matchup, if I can say that right there. We have the rubber match of the Pirates and Cardinals facing off in a very early game in St. Louis, where it's going to be Braxton Ashcraft on the hill for Pittsburgh and Dustin May for the Redbirds. Don't forget to stay tuned in a little bit for our Buzzball home run calls coming up later today before our late games get started on our TikTok and our YouTube shorts. Boy, those are really taking off here at Buzz in the Box. Like always, if there is a team or player we didn't talk about or mention, let us know. Try to get to it in our next couple of videos. You better believe that, and we'd love to give you a shout out about anything, especially if there's a trade or any type of roster move you're thinking of doing for your fantasy team. Mention that to us too. We'd love to help you out. We'll give each other some info. We'll throw it back your way. We'll keep the positive vibes rolling. We really appreciate any and all love and support. It means more than you know. If you haven't yet, on your way back to the clubhouse, please like this video, share it with anybody who's interested in baseball, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have nothing to hide and everything to gain with you on our side. Like I said, any and all love and support means more than you know. We're working hard for you day and night. That's going to do it here for us at Buzz in the Box. We're going to get out of here right after we hit you with our live score update. We got the Mets and Nationals starting in a little bit. It is only the 2 games in our short ledger, like I mentioned, for today. It's 2-1 Pirates over the Cardinals in the top of the 5th with 2 out, and it is 2-0 Cleveland over Detroit in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Man, Detroit is really going to have to pull out all the stops to avoid I think that would put them at 14 losses in 17 games for the Tigers. Don't want to wish that on anybody at all. So we had a great time with you here today on this beautiful Thursday. Like I always say, if we hit a foul ball on anything else, let us know down in the comments. We really had an excellent show. Thank you so much for having a catch with us. Don't forget, we're going to be on our YouTube Shorts and our TikTok later today. It's been an excellent day. Signing off for all of us at Buzz in the Box. Thank you so much. I'm Mauro Bazzario. Catch you next time.